All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. Two-thirds of us here. Me and Shenny on the clock. We're clocked in late Monday night. Doubleheader Monday. Had to get you guys the Monday content. All right. I know some of us like to listen on Mondays. Some of us, you know, enjoying the Tuesdays. All right. We like to get you all the games. Stay connected. And if I mean double Mondays, it's hard to miss out on. So, got a lot to talk about, a lot of games, a lot of W's in the chat. Let's go, Trevor. All right, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. We got week 3 recap. Shenny still hasn't said a word, so it's only been my face this entire intro. So, Trevor, how you feeling? How'd your bets go? Let's start off like that. How'd your picks go on the pick'ems?
Um, right now I think I'm 6-3, so another positive week. Heating up. I'm in the lab hard these last couple weeks. That week one is always tough. It's always rough. But we're cooking. We're cooking over here.
We're
We
cooking.
coming.
My picks did really well. If you're following, and I know Roman accused me last week of pick shaming. So I won't talk about his picks. I will talk about mine though because I do enjoy mine. I went 5-3 in the normal, and then my best bet hit. That's 3 weeks in a row. You're getting a fucking best bet out of me. Okay, that's 3 weeks in a row. You're a great bet from me. I cannot be more excited about this because I am on an all-time heater right now. All-time heater. Like I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you. All-time heater.
Yeah, 3-0. That's nice. Best bets not looking good for me. 1-2 so far,
I mean, my
but
3-0, my 3-0 is nice, but I mean, last week, let me pull out the metrics for you because I got the numbies written down. I was 12-6 overall in the season. I'm gonna add another 6-3 performance to my record. We're we're lights out right now betting NFL. All right. I mean, you're getting the heat picks out of me.
that's
And I
why
want
this
to
is
give
called
myself
average stakes.
it's called average stakes for a reason. I want to give myself a pat on the back because at the end of the day, it's not going to stay like this forever. Okay. I'm not going to be the world's hottest better. I'm not going to be the greatest show on turf. This is going to end and I'm going to go 0 for one day and not even going to want a podcast. Okay. So I'm going to give me myself some props now. Let's get into the games, Trevor. I know we could talk picks all day long because we just love losing money, but we had some good games this weekend and we had some clunkers. Okay, we scheduled the clunkers in because we knew this was a rough week on paper, but I think we got some good performances out of it.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
Unless you're a Cowboys fan.
unless you're a Cowboys fan, Cowboys did not show up. I guess we could start there. We all thought that was going to be a game in the bag because the Cowboys the last 2 weeks had looked really well up until this moment.
Yep, 40 points back to back weeks.
The
Um,
defense had looked lights out. I know they just lost their star cornerback, but their defense had looked outstanding through 2 games. This
yeah,
was an overlooked game. And I know that it's early in the season to be giving everyone their one shit game of the year, but this is the Cowboys' only shit game of the year. That's the only one you're allowed.
no shot. This is not this maybe, but I think the Cardinals are a little bit better than what the media portrays and what we think of them. But at the same time, the I think we might have overlooked the Cowboys a little bit too because they played the Aaron Rodgers list, or not the Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, they did, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
they played
Aaron
the
Rodgers.
Jets and
I mean,
the
Aaron Rodgers
Giants.
has only played in 4 plays as a Jet.
The
Uh,
Jets and the Giants were their week 1 and 2 matchups.
yeah, and I guess the Jets kind of hung in there versus them for a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess you could say we might have overplayed the Cowboys in this so far this season, but I did not think the Cardinals were going to win this game or had any shot at winning this game.
No,
To beat them by a good amount, I mean, Dak looked really bad, and now everyone's going after him. Everyone wants Dak's head.
yeah, Dak looks brutal. He looked so bad on that last drive of the game too. There's a picture I saw, and it was literally Dak throwing the ball straight to Kaiser White. Like, there's no chance into it. I don't even know what he was thinking, but yeah, Cowboys looked horrible. But maybe that's who they are. Maybe that's what the Cowboys are. They're not, one of the best teams in the league. Maybe they are, but I
I,
don't know.
I definitely don't think they are. They might not even be top five, especially losing Trayvon Diggs. So I don't know. We'll see here in the future, but I don't know. Not a hot start. Another team in that division that hasn't been off to a hot start, the Giants. They get the shit kicked out of them Thursday night by the 49ers. Yeah, this was a terrible game for the Giants. This division not looking the greatest. I mean, yeah, through the first quarter, it was a close game, but after that, it was a regular 49ers game. 49ers 3-0. I don't know who's going to stop them right now.
They're fucking really good.
They got the Cardinals next, the Cowboys, the Browns, Vikings, Bengals, Jags, Bucks, Seahawks, Eagles, and then Seahawks again. So maybe they have a spot right there. But I can definitely see this team only losing 2 games, 3 games.
Yeah, for real.
That
They're
49ers
looking.
team, I think, is built perfectly. And it's crazy to me that they traded away 3 fucking first round picks for a guy who's no longer a quarterback on the roster.
Yeah, and the graphic of everyone else in that, like who they picked Trey Lance over, the next 10 picks are all pros, literally Pro Bowlers.
Yeah. Did Kyle Pitts go after him?
No, I think that was the year after.
I thought Kyle Pitts went after.
He might have actually, because there's a pick in there that they didn't count. It's like 4 or 5, and then there's a 7. There's
Yeah.
one that's missed.
Yeah. Because I definitely think Kyle Pitts was. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought he was rumored to go there, and everyone was going to be like angry because they were going to have 2 star tight ends. But Kyle Pitts hasn't been nothing since that draft anyway.
No.
Um, Moving on. I mean, the 49ers unstoppable right now. Brock Purdy. I mean, say what you want about being the last pick of the draft, whatever. He was injured, whatever. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, no turnovers. McCaffrey had a day. Debo had a day. Like this team is unreal. Right? We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see if they fall off or, injuries always happen. And it seems like it always happens with the 49ers. Hasn't yet. I don't want it to, but that is one of those teams that they've had a devastating injury happen to them year after year. I'm not
Yeah.
going
Yep. No, you're right.
to, it was, I don't know, it was a lot for them the last couple of years, but maybe a Super Bowl for them here soon. We'll see. That team's nice right now, especially if you have Brock Purdy making no money for his rookie deal or however long I know they're gonna have to pay him sooner or later because he doesn't get the full rookie like a first round 5 year deal, but
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he only gets 3.
3, then they have to start paying him.
He might have an option though, because I don't know. I don't NFL contracts are so weird that I don't really understand some of them, but
Yeah, I'm not too sure
he
how.
doesn't you're right, he doesn't get the 5th year player option because he is was not a first rounder. So
Yeah, and I do know that. So yeah, that game steamroll. Speaking of steamrolls, holy fuck, the Dolphins scored 70 points. We should have just started there. The Dolphins do something that hasn't been done since the 1960s. Scored 70 points. This was a fucking video game, Trevor.
Yep. It's I was sitting and watching the game at a buddy's house, and it was like every 5 minutes I'm looking at it, and oh, I'm like, oh, the Dolphins scored. Oh, the Dolphins scored again. Oh, the Dolphins scored.
Yeah, it was 70 points with 8 minutes remaining in the game. They pulled all the starters fourth quarter, like damn near the whole fourth quarter. This was a good old fashioned ass whooping. I mean, holy shit. Sean Payton talked a lot of shit about a lot of people this offseason.
Yeah,
He might have burned a lot of bridges, and there might be teams that are looking to do this. Yeah, I do know Vic Fangio is a part of the Dolphins, or he is the defensive coordinator, he used to be a part or the head coach of that team, the Broncos. So maybe he also had a little bit of wanting to um, kind of bully them, but I don't know, man. This was crazy to me.
yeah, and Mike McDaniel's has a little connection to Denver as well. Um, and after the
He used to
game,
be the ball boy. Used to be the ball.
yeah,
He lived in Colorado his whole life. Used to be the Broncos ball boy. He might also have a chip. Everyone was saying that when the Broncos had fired Vic Fangio, let him go, they didn't even bring in McDaniels for an interview. So
yeah,
that
stupid.
could also be another chip on his shoulder that I don't know. But after the game, it seemed his like I don't know whatever you want to call it, the after the game
Post game
speech to
conference.
the not the conference but the speech to the team, whatever
Oh,
game ball speech, whatever you want to call it. He had a lot to say and a lot of good things. You know, it was about playing their way, not anyone else's way. Like almost talking about like unwritten rules. You know, you're supposed to give up a. You know, I'm sure football has less of a unwritten rule, but 70 points and it hasn't happened since the 60s. That seems like an unwritten rule. When you're bullying a team, you quit scoring.
yeah, and
That had to be a
I
game that was chips on shoulders. Like that was grudge match. They had grudges.
for sure. And I think were they 3 points away from tying the record, or was it 2 points?
Yeah, it was three. It was 73 is the record. They have the second highest most now, I believe.
Yeah, and I also saw a tweet that the top 5 mile per hour runners this week were all 5 of them were Dolphins. It
And
was
they were
Tyreek
all
Hill,
five of them like 22 miles per hour.
yeah, Tyreek Hill, Atchin, or
Devon H.
Mostert. Yeah, he said Reba pronounced his name wrong, so
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't
H.
I don't
H.
care.
on. Devon H. on. Don't what school did he come from? Where did this guy even come from?
Don't know. Do not know.
Yeah, he's just one of those Miami guys now. Miami's just full of speed guys. They just, you know, good old fashioned Chiefs move.
And Jalen Waddle didn't even play.
Jalen
Jalen
Waddle
Waddle
didn't even play in this team.
nowhere
70.
nowhere on the field. He's elite too. People sleep on Jalen Waddle.
Oh, I love the Waddle.
Oh, oh,
I'm
oh.
dying over here. But no, I love the Waddle. Um, Broncos. Hey, bud, you got a nice comeback game. NFL set you up nice on the schedule. You got the Bears.
Oh,
Beat them up now.
yeah.
Um,
There's about 5 teams that are dog water right now. Giants and Jets. So every team in New York. The Broncos look like dog water, and the Bears look like dog water.
the
And
Bills. They're in New York, but don't say every team in New York. Buffalo is
we've
in New York.
yeah, we're not geography majors in this podcast.
Yeah, you're just city names.
Yeah, Buffalo. I know where Buffalo's at. Don't worry, I know where Buffalo's at.
Yeah, there's dog water teams. Those are a couple of them. I was really high on the Commanders, and Sam Howell played the worst football game I've almost ever seen a quarterback play. Three interceptions, just could not find anybody, could not find the end zone. That was a bully beatdown. That was a good old fashioned bully beatdown. They could not get a single thing going. Um, I picked up Sam Howell just in case of emergency that they were going to announce that Joe Burrow was not going to play. Wouldn't have done me any good. He got zero point 0.3 fantasy points. I think I
Jesus,
didn't put him in.
Jesus,
I really thought. I mean, they were on my slip. Commies plus 6.5 and the over. Neither of those hit. Those are two clunkers. I wish I could take back.
Yeah, and uh the Bills had 37 points. So they did their job. That over was, if you don't look at what the Commanders score, you're like, oh, 37 points. The over probably hit in that game. No,
No,
no.
no. Yeah, that was those are bully beatdowns. Um,
The Chiefs, oh, we forgot to talk about the biggest
oh
story
fuck,
in the NFL.
fuck me. We waited this long to get to the fucking controversy of the year.
We need to this video needs to be posted with this headline. That's for clicks.
I think everyone's videos are gonna have those headlines, but Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey, it was a big rumor out of the Kelsey camp because they were talking about other podcasts about Taylor coming to the game potentially, and he wanted it, or he quote for quote said, "I seen you light up Arrowhead. Now it's your turn to see me light up Arrowhead." Well, they fucking did it. They beat the fuck out of the Bears. And you know what? This was one of the most watched games on TV. This was Travis Kelsey's jersey percent sales are up 400% in the
Yep.
last 48 hours.
Yep. Shout out Swifties.
Shout out the Swifties, just put a bag in his pocket because the players get a commission of that. Dude, this is crazy because obviously Taylor Swift is probably one of most popular person in the world right now.
Yep.
Like from the last year, from the Scott Braun controversy to her re-releasing albums, going crazy, new men in her life. We just found her the perfect match. I mean, he's not a singer, she's not a football player. They're not gonna butt heads, you know. They're not gonna release music at the same time, or he's not in any of those cliques that Taylor hates. Taylor hates. Why the fuck am I talking about this on a sports podcast, ladies and gentlemen? Because Travis Kelsey is the best tight end in the league. And I loved what Big Cat had to say about this.
Yeah, I know.
We have to protect Travis Kelsey at all costs. He's the best tight end in the league. He's a top 10 player every year. He's going to go down as the best tight end of all time. We have to protect our mans because if this ends, she's going to drop the hottest diss track album to football in general that we've ever seen.
Yeah, he'll be old news while she's just making money off the heartbreak or
Yeah.
the hookup. Whatever's going on. I don't really care. I like it.
He's
I'll say
cheering
it.
captain and I'm on the bleachers.
Yeah.
Oh, Swifties in the bleachers with her mom in the suite. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see all the goo goo faces that Travis and Patrick were making up to her on the sideline?
Yeah.
Did Taylor
What
Swift just ruin
we
football?
we don't know if that was towards her. We can
That was
assume.
definitely towards her. They got a camera of Travis Kelsey jaw dropping, just staring up there, going, "Man, that's really her up there."
We don't
Quote
know
for
that.
quote, dude.
Kyron, score Kyron.
Did
Score Kyron.
did Taylor Swift ruin football?
Some people are saying,
That's the name of this podcast, Trevor. Did Taylor Swift ruin football?
some people are saying.
I think I might be on that bandwagon because we're gonna have over fucking billions and billions of Swifties now are gonna be coming after Chiefs. And you know what? The worst end of all this is all the other teams in this division because now Swifty fans are Chief fans. And the Chiefs have had 2 Super Bowls in the last fucking 5 years.
It's truly world domination.
It's about to be world domination. The Swifties and the Chiefs fans are about to are uniting.
You're just gonna see Kelsey jerseys everywhere.
Oh,
Chicks
dude,
are
they're gonna be little kids.
every bar is gonna be chicks are be wearing Kelsey jerseys.
Yeah,
And you're right.
I'm not gonna be able to fucking leave it. It's never gonna leave.
Yeah, you start talking shit because you're wearing a Chargers hat, and all of a sudden,
All of a
she's
sudden, I
like,
have 13-year-old fucking Caitlin over here is gonna.
"Oh, 13 where did the 13-year-olds come at the bar? Where did that come from?"
I mean, at our local pub at Eastbound, there's everyone at any age.
Okay, fair.
So that's what I was thinking. I'm in an area that everyone hates the Chargers anyway because they left. So they're gonna find any which way to join a rival team that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you weren't a Chiefs fan before and your girlfriend's a Swifty fan, you're screwed, bud. You're screwed. If your girl's a Swifty fan and you're not a Chiefs fan, this might be the end. It might be the end of your relationship. I'm
Yeah.
just
And I
pointing that out there.
and I think it's a sign. Kelsey had 69 yards and a touchdown. Um, I think that's just a sign that this relationship's gonna last. I think they're gonna get married. I think they're gonna last forever.
Her,
You don't just coincidentally score 60 or have 69 yards when your world famous top 1-1 girlfriend's in attendance.
her Tommy Smokes of the rundown. Travis Kelsey's number 87. Taylor Swift's favorite number 13. What's that make? 100. It's an even match. Perfect. They're perfect for each other. We're fucked in the football world, Trevor. I'm screwed.
We're fucked. He needs to find a way to get her on the podcast because that podcast is gonna make him millions of dollars.
And or the NFL is just gonna rig the Chiefs to be champs every year because now they have the Swifty fans that are gonna pay a fucking $11,000 a ticket to see Taylor Swift at the halftime show of fucking Chiefs. It's gonna drive me insane.
Yeah, it's a lose for you.
And then we're gonna
I
see
will
High
admit
School
that.
Musical Travis Kelsey join her out there at halftime during the fucking halftime show that he's in the Super Bowl for, dude. I already see it already. I'm just gonna leave this on the podcast just so in 2 years when this all happens and they have a family, I don't know.
Uh, yeah, we do need to protect him though.
Protect
Um,
Travis Kelsey at all costs.
and to get back to
Protect
football,
football.
another thing Big Cat said was that I wholeheartedly agree with. The Bears are like an FCS football team you schedule in September that you know you're gonna auto win. Um, the Bears stink right now, which sucks because I have Justin Fields in fantasy and I thought he'd be good, but he sucks, and my team's looking sucky right now. So to be continued, to be determined. We'll see what happens. But the Bears are a shit
I'll
show.
pause timeout. Blake Snell just exited maybe what it is his last Padre career start. He's taken on the Cy Young. He did 6 innings, no runs, 2 walks, 4 hits, 7 Ks. I mean, the Cy Young is all but locked at this point of the season. So I just want to say congratulations to Blake Snell. I fucking love you. And we're not going to have a baseball podcast until the Padres are officially in or out of playoffs. And then moving
Um,
back onto football.
yeah. Yep. Shout out Blake Snell, second Cy Young pitcher I've ever watched in a Padres uniform. I think 4 might be a lucky number. So next year I might go Joe Musgrove because 4 just seems to be the Padres' lucky number. They chilled for fourth place all year. Blake Snell's number 4. Will Myers is number 4. San Diego legend. Shout out. Um, yeah.
Lowered his ERA to 2.25 tonight on the
Yep.
season.
Sizilla, baby. I love it. I love it. Oh my God, the Bengals pushed. No.
All right. Next game. I would like to talk about Brandon Staley losing his job because that should have done it right there. That should have done it right there. 4th down. What a terrible call. I mean, the Chargers win this game 28 to what was it? 24?
Yep.
28
52
24.
points.
There's little less than 2 minutes left. 4th down and 1. Chargers go for it. Hand it off. Don't get it. Give them the ball back on the 20-yard line about to score. The fucking Vikings are also dumb. they're terrible, stupid idiots because they had more than enough time to seal this game off. They had no timeouts. They get a first down, and the clock is about 16 seconds left. They spike it. They probably have 8 seconds left. Or like minimum, they have 8 seconds left. 16. They line up probably 12 seconds. That's enough for 2-3 plays. They don't spike it. They go one shot at the end zone, and game's over. I mean, Brandon Staley gets saved by his defense, which hasn't happened all year. So that was one lucky incident. And then to not QB sneak it or this fucking Eagles butt push play or punt the ball. There's a minute left in the game, and the Vikings have to drive 75 yards to score with no timeouts. And they already have the worst clock management in the world. I mean, there were so many other situations. Feed Keenan Allen, who had been having a career day with 215 yards, 50-yard passing touchdown. Like, Keenan Allen had himself a huge day. You don't want to feed him on the fourth down that is clinching. I understand you don't want to give the Vikings the ball. You didn't really want to give the Vikings the ball, but why not give them the ball on their own 25 instead of your own 25, bud? How does that sound, fucking jackass? The guy has, since his first year, he was rad with the fourth down calls. Year one,
No, he's
year
always
one
been a
was
fucking
year,
idiot.
year one was rad because he made a lot of them work. And then last year didn't really call any. I don't know if that's the owner getting in your head, the coach getting in your head, or the GM, I mean, but or yourself. I don't know. But this year, I'm all good with the crazy fourth downs, but that, I mean, you if you fucked us that game, I'm hoping you're fired, but there's going to be a point in this season where he gets fired. This Chargers team is too good. They're going to miss playoffs. Mike Wilt, already ACL torn.
Yep.
I
Shout out
mean,
Roman for calling that on the podcast.
yeah.
Word for word, he said this is a week where a Chargers wide receiver gets hurt, and your
Quote for,
top deep threat torn ACL.
quote for quote.
Good call. I love it. Brandon Staley, I think you guys should extend him. Honestly, I'm gonna keep
True.
saying
What's
it.
your true opinion, you fucking jack? I understand your joke opinion. You've been running it for weeks on end.
I love him in LA. I do. Um, defense. I mean, just an outstanding job by JC Jackson this week too.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, healthy scratch. We're paying him $82 million to be a healthy scratch, and then
uh
not to show up to his parole. So I hope he gets arrested.
and
I mean, that's it. You
Keenan
don't show up to
Allen.
your parole hearing, you get arrested. Period.
Keenan Allen did say that maybe we should implement the tush push into our offense.
Yep, fully agree.
How Justin Herbert 6'5", 230,
Yep,
something around there, maybe even 240.
yep,
Maybe he's heavier now.
yep.
I think you get inches, right?
You definitely should get some inches.
Yeah, but then you put the running back at the fullback position to run that fourth down play. Smart. I think that's smart.
Absolutely terrible.
Um, Chargers barely got that win. I don't know if Kenneth Murray
Chargers
doesn't.
could be 3-0 or 0-3. I'm not really happy with the 1-2, but it is the same record as the 2001 Super Bowl winning Patriots. So at this point of the season, I can be nothing but content with the way they're playing because this is Charger football, man. You're in it for the Sundays. Um, yeah, it's a heart attack every Sunday. What can I tell you? There's never like a woo. That was easy.
Yeah, and your
Never.
next three games are
Not easy.
incredibly hard, and you could go 1-5, which would be if Staley's there after 1-5, there's a problem.
I mean, if he's there after 1-5, we might as well bust out the gold jacket. How is he still on the team? Has he won a fucking championship with the Chargers? Has he fucking done anything?
Yeah, and
I mean, I understand the Chargers have been going through coaches. I
yeah,
understand that, but You do have to find your guy, one, and once you find him, you stick with him. The Chargers haven't had a great track record of sticking with their guy, but hey, I mean, Pittsburgh has had 3 coaches in 75 years.
Yeah, it's
I
awesome.
mean, Bill Belichick has been there 20 years.
Yeah.
Andy Reid has now put a tincture down in the Chiefs. I mean, those are a couple. There's not many.
Not many.
There's not many because we just recently Mike McCarthy had switched to the Cowboys, but now he's put in a good solid chunk of years now. Sean Payton was forever with the Saints, but he's just switched. These rookie guys not great at coaching right out the gate. There's a lot to learn, and for him to try to be a rookie head coach right out and call the defense. I mean, he's still trying to call defense. This is what, year 3 with him? 4, maybe? No, year 3.
Year 3. But I mean, I don't know. You guys need to figure something out because he's better than Anthony Lynn. I'll say that. I think he's better than Anthony Lynn.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we probably should just get a defensive coordinator and not put so much on a head coach. And
Yeah.
I'm really about that on almost every team. Unless you're just a guru, like you're the greatest of all time, just be the head coach. You're obviously a vibes guy.
Yeah.
Give him a play call every now and then, but you got guys who are great at these things.
Fun fact about the Chargers, I think these numbers may be off, but I'm gonna say them as close as possible. Their all-time franchise record right now is 274 and 274, and Justin Herbert's record as a starter on the Chargers, including playoffs, is like 27 and 27. So,
okay, let me give you a better stat. When the Chargers don't give up more than 28 points, he's 20-6. 28 points, Trevor. That's a lot. When they don't give up that many points, he's 20-6. Then that's a lot of points. If we had a smidge of a good defense in Justin Herbert's tenure, this team might be something. But no, they don't. You can't put everything on the quarterback because it's not all. 28 points is a lot of damn points in this league. That's more than the Steelers have averaged in the last 3 years combined.
yeah, but
what? I mean, that's double almost.
All I've been hearing the last 3 years, this defense is insane. Khalil Mack, Joey
No,
Bosa, Derwin James,
you haven't heard that.
Jackson. I'm naming off.
They have
crazy
insane names, but one, when are those guys all on the field together? Barely. And then two, these guys don't show up. Joey Bosa hasn't shown up in weeks. JC Jackson, it has been the worst signing. I mean, why do you ever sign Patriot guys? It's all fake news.
Yeah, I mean, like that part's true.
I mean, you paid JC Jackson, and he hasn't played one good football game in 2 seasons so far.
Yeah,
not one good game. He was burnt toast the very first day we got him,
and for him to be a healthy scratch is absolutely insane.
Insane healthy scratch, $82 million. The one thing that I did see that was good is their rookie. I think he was a 3rd rounder out of USC, Tuli Tutupu. Can't say his name.
Yeah.
Was 2nd all time in pressures as a rookie. Had 10. 2nd all time in NFL history. So that's kind of crazy. So I'm looking ahead for the future because maybe we could cut one of those salary cows that don't want to show up on a Sunday. Maybe, i.e., Joey Bosa or Khalil Mack, making $25 million each.
Yeah, the Jets will take him.
And then Mike Williams, who has glass bones, makes $20 million a year. Hasn't played a full season in his career. I mean, the guys who we all say that they're there in bits and spits and spats. When we needed, Derwin James the most, he's off the field. Like, that hurts. That hurts. Especially that hurts being a TJ Watt fan. There's a 0% chance that the Steelers win when TJ Watt's off the field.
Yeah, but exactly. He is on the field a lot, and that's what makes me happy.
A lot? I don't know about a lot, but he's on the field.
I mean, he tied the NFL sack record in 14 games, 13 games.
I mean, in those games, he's awesome. He's on the field.
He plays pretty much 80% of the season every year, and he makes plays. It's not like he's just
I'm not just singling
a
him out. I'm
dummy.
just saying, like the big time names guys when they're not on the field dealing with injury, and it does happen to everybody, but it doesn't feel. And I mean, I'm calling more than them out just because injury. I mean, like I said, Joey Bosa hasn't been there this year. Khalil Mack, he's had a couple pressures, but it hasn't really got there. I mean, he's not the guy he used to be. I don't know why we pay him so much.
Yeah.
You
One
got to
thing I guess,
him. Got to be better.
which I'm getting tired of saying this as a just a sports fan, it is only week 3. A lot of things can happen in the next 14 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I said that about the Padres, and they bit me in the ass. So I'll say it for the Chargers. Then it's still early. You guys still have a lot of time left. Um, Justin Herbert, he did look really good.
400 yards passing, couple tutties.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know why the kid gets so much slander. The team is not good around him year in and year out. Like the kid is fucking good. The team's not.
he
And
doesn't
I
get
don't
that
know
much
whether
slander. He doesn't
I
get
don't
that much.
know. Oh yeah, he gets slander.
He gets a lot of hype.
And I mean he puts out numbies.
Yeah,
He looks good.
yeah,
Like I said, 20-6 when the defense doesn't give up more than 28 points a game.
yeah. You guys need to do a whole revamp. That's why I don't know. I don't like paying quarterbacks, but
I mean, you gotta pay quarterbacks. That's what this league is. You pay running back zero. You pay quarterbacks everything. That's what this league is.
yeah, yeah.
The
I know.
quarterback is literally like a Shohei Ohtani of baseball.
No,
That's
I understand
that's
that
how they
part.
treat the quarterbacks.
I understand that part, but like then there's no reason to like complain about he doesn't have weapons.
Oh, he has weapons. They just tear their ACL, AC sprain.
I'm well, the good part about it is
Eckler's not
in
there.
your
Fucking 3 games already this season.
in your guys' defense,
Like this doesn't make
Quentin
sense for every team. Like
Quentin Johnston should have a good next rest of the year, I guess. Let's just put it that way.
that's all you have to be excited for. So hopefully QJ steals this jackass Mike Will spot. I mean, yeah, it sucks he got injured, and I feel sorry for him. Prayers up, but this guy gets injured a lot from the back to this now. I mean, last year,
And I don't want to be that guy, but as of now, I would much rather have Zay Flowers on that team than him. But we don't know. I don't know how the rest of the season is going to go because I think Zay Flowers was the 1-1 receiver in that draft so far.
I wanted Zay Flowers just because this team needs a slot guy. We have two big guys.
Yeah.
Why didn't they get a slot guy and just make this offense boom?
Yep. No, you're right. That's too much sense. That makes way too much sense.
Way too much sense. Way too much sense. QJ. I mean, we're gonna see.
It
Let's
helps.
go QJ. It helps
It
with drafting a
helps.
fucking first round receiver because right now, if he goes down and we don't have QJ, I mean the season's dead in the water because the
It,
offense no longer can score
it does help though that the rest of your division is pretty fucking shitty.
right now.
Besides the Chiefs.
I mean the Chiefs are never gonna be shitty.
Yeah, but uh second place in the AFC West should get you into the playoffs. I think they're competitive enough.
Barring it, any more injuries and Eckler's not faking his dumbass ankle injury. This cat plays through those. Everyone's forgetting. Eckler's the most banged up running back every year, playing through injuries. He tweak a little ankle, and he's
That
still not practicing.
that hurts. That hurts.
Buddy, we've all twisted an ankle. We've all done it.
He doesn't want to risk it. I see where he's coming from, but I also see
All right,
where the
Le'Veon
fans are coming
Bell.
from.
All right, Le'Veon Bell. Okay, my bad.
I've been through it. I've been through that
My
situation.
bad. All right, let's get off the Chargers because I know Mike Will injury just sucks, but got to get to the rest of these games. Start hammering them out. The Browns beat up on the Titans. That was a joke.
Stupid Derrick Henry
Ravens
20 yards. What are
13.
you doing?
13 starters missing for the Ravens. Matt Gay kicks 4 field goals over 50 yards. Colts win. I mean,
It's a Gardner effect.
that's another Gardner Minshew W. Okay,
He's
that's
the best backup, second best backup in football, behind the next game you're about to say, Jameis fucking Winston and the fucking Saints lose to the Packers, but he's the best backup in football.
no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
Yes,
Jameis went out there and kind of looked like a joke. Like he looked like he had mud boots on, was not ready to play.
which is fair. But next week,
Not fair. As a backup, when you want to play, you got to come out and play.
next week when he's playing against the Buccaneers, I expect him to throw 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Vintage Jameis game.
I mean, I can't hate on him too much, but um, that team just melted after Carr got hurt.
Yeah, they did.
Comeback of the century for Jordan's Love's career so far. First comeback for him, massive comeback. 17-point down at half.
Yeah.
I mean, or was it at half or right before half?
No, it was half.
It was half. Down 17 at half. Jordan Love, I mean, they were already putting side by sides. He was rolling out, flinging the ball. They might have found their next quarterback for the future, boys. Ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm a big fan of that Saints defense. That Saints defense is no joke. Usually, I mean, they contend every week.
Yeah, but I mean, they only put up 18 points. It's not like they.
That's all they had to come back from. Down 17, you just got to.
True, but the defense, that wasn't their fault in that situation. I don't think. I think it's the kicker who missed the game-winning field goal at the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a good defense to come back on.
Yeah, it is. You're right. To come back on, yes.
They missed the kick at the end. So that, I mean, I don't know where the Saints are gonna be. I think Carr's gonna be out a week at least. It's an AC injury, I think, to the throwing arm, so he's gonna be sore.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a bitch, though. I think he's gonna play, to be honest, but I think it's a great Jameis revenge game. To let Jameis practice the whole week with the first stringers, but that's just me as a fan. I'm not in the Saints headquarters.
You are correct. You're not. Texans beat the fuck up on the Jags.
Yeah, and I saw Trevor Lawrence tweet like he was taking notes. There's an emoji where you're taking notes.
Yeah,
and he tweeted 2 of those, and I was like, brother, like you can't lose the Texans and then expect people not to talk shit about you. It's like, what the hell? What is your thought process?
Yeah, you lose to the team who was god awful last year. But CJ Stroud looked awesome.
Stroud boy.
Ohio State boy looked great. 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's the third quarterback in 3 games to have 1,000 yards or close to 1,000, like 900 something.
He has the second most passing yards without an interception to start his career so far.
Something like that. He's playing great though. That Texans team is going to end up being good here sooner or later. They have a great coach, I think, who learned a lot from the 49ers ways, and I definitely think that they're going to be good in like a year or 2.
Yeah.
Give them time in drafting, and then once people see that this is a good team, they signed a couple guys. I mean, the owner's a piece of shit, but the Texans might be a good team here soon.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think I like their head coach too, DeMeco Ryans. He just came from a great like farm system with the 49ers. And
he played there. He Houston, played there. He bled that Texans fucking blue.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did.
Unfortunately, maybe he turns around and wins one with them.
Won what?
Win something. I don't know.
Like a playoff game?
Well, we'll speak on division first.
Okay.
And then playoff, maybe Super Bowl.
No.
Not in your lifetime.
Nope.
Seahawks beat the Panthers. I saw that one coming as soon as Andy Dalton got that start, but he actually made it a game. So
He played. I looked at his numbers. He had 57 passing attempts or 58 passing attempts, most in his whole career in a game, which I think is wild for a
is
backup.
wild, and you're never going to win like that.
Yeah, true.
You got to throw the ball 58 times with Andy Dalton. You're not winning.
No, but he did have a lot of yards.
They ran the ball 14 times.
Fantasy wise, was good, but yeah, you can't win any games if Andy Dalton's on the ball 58 times.
Adam Thielen had a nice game, huh?
Yeah, nice game. Had a garbage time touchdown literally with like a minute left.
Oh, hey, you're going to the Panthers. You're
Bump.
looking for stats, all right?
Yeah, bump.
Shinny, are we ending it with your?
Yeah, we can end it with my first place AFC North Steelers if we wanted to.
Sheesh.
Feels nice. Feels nice to be up in the top of the division where we belong. Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett finally had what looked like a real NFL quarterback game. Exactly what I saw in the preseason, what I was preaching all preseason, podcast. Calvin Austin with a huge touchdown, 70 yards, I think it was. Man, that boy is fast. Especially since we don't have Deontay Johnson.
Maybe time to get rid of
Deontay. Someone fast to light up the fucking.
Maybe it's time to get rid of Deontay.
Nope, he's a boss. He's a beast.
No touchdowns last year. 0.
Unlike
trash.
Unlike some other receivers, his injury is only out 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, but he's no good anyway. I'll take Calvin Austin, who scores touchdowns.
But let Kenny cook, and he'll score a couple tutties this year.
Deontay, probably back-to-back 0 tuds.
We don't want that. That's not what we're hoping for. Reverse jinx out of you right there is fire, though.
That's like fine that. If it helps a little bit, because the guy's god awful, and I prayers out to anyone who drafted him in fantasy because he's terrible. He's just
defense. Defense again. The defense is outstanding. 3 interceptions. Hey,
are we gonna talk about the goddamn Raiders losing this game with the kick? Because that's what this game went down to. Yeah. Kenny Pickett had a good game. Yeah. The Raiders lost this game with 2 minutes left because they kick a field goal instead of scoring. They chose to put.
We don't know if they're going to score. We don't know if they're going to score.
4th and 4 on the 6-yard line.
10-yard line.
10-yard line. They could have got a first down in 4 yards or scored a touchdown in 10 yards. I mean, you have to put the ball in Garoppolo's hands. You just paid him the money. You have to go out there to try to win a football game. They didn't do that. That game plan was terrible.
It might have been.
There was no shot on earth that they were going to get that ball back after they kicked that field goal.
They did, though, with 12 seconds left.
12 seconds left.
And what'd they do? Throw a pick.
Yeah, no time on the clock. That is, with no timeouts, 12 seconds with no timeouts, you have to go full field. You're not the Chiefs. Everyone thinks they could be the Chiefs. The Raiders are not the Chiefs. That's a Chiefs move. You kick a field goal and go, all right, we're going to get the ball back. Estimated 20 seconds on the clock.
Make some plays.
Patrick Mahomes makes some plays. This Raiders team hadn't made a play all night except Devontae Adams. And what happened? 12 seconds left, nothing. Interception, game over, sealed. That Raiders team, I don't know what's going to happen because, I mean, maybe people think they played better than they did, but
the score will indicate that. But if you watch the game, it was literally Steelers' dominance from the first quarter on.
And, I mean, it felt like they dropped some interceptions.
Yeah, it's a game of inches. The ball was bouncing their way.
6 that hit him in the face mask. I mean, this game, a couple plays turns around, but the Raiders, man, I think Shannon Sharp said it best. They just don't look like they're even ready to play like a team game. They're not on the same page.
No,
That
and
organization
Devonte
is
Adams
not on the
was
same page
pissed after the game.
because he knows it. He knows where they sit. Um, and those are games that they should be winning with his what they told him. I mean, they thought they were going to be all in. They're letting Derek Carr go because they're upgrading to Garoppolo. Garoppolo had 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
I mean, I
there's a
don't
little bit of
Derek Carr
props.
doing too much of that.
There's 3 interceptions, maybe not, but there is a little bit of props to the ferocious Steelers defense in that 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
A little bit,
little bit, but at
but
the
Jimmy
same
G
time,
also that's not like him either. And after the game, they said, "Oh, he had a concussion because Mika absolutely hit him in the shoulder, and they called it unnecessary roughness." But
I
if you
think
get a
that was
concussion after that, then maybe football's not the right sport for you, Jimmy. But I did not see a lot of 3 interception games when he was a 49er.
nope, not much. Um, I don't know, man. It wasn't a pretty sight. I mean, that was the first full like Raider game I watched in the year, so maybe I'm being too critical of them, but didn't look good.
No, and if they lose Devonta Adams, I mean, Jacoby Myers didn't look too bad, but everyone else was literally non factor. Their tight ends, they don't throw their tight ends.
Not
None. No.
once.
They're literally blocking tight ends. And Josh
We're
Jacobs,
able to get the 2 point conversion because they blocked with Michael Mayer 99% of the time. The one time was a 2 point conversion.
yeah, and the Steelers should have it. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
You ain't gonna catch the ball.
Garbage time is what they were saying.
Yeah, the Raiders need help bad.
I don't know what it is. I've preached forever. McDaniels is not the guy. Is that his name? Josh McDaniels?
Yep.
Yeah, is there's a Mike McDaniels too?
Yeah, that's the fucking Dolphins coach.
Yeah, I know. There's too many McDaniels. I don't like that.
And there's a McCarthy.
McCarthy's I could pick him out of a lineup. All right.
You can pick out. You can differentiate the McDaniels too.
I mean, yeah, one's skin and bone and one's ugly. And they're both ugly. But I don't know. Was never Josh McDaniels fan. He was terrible as a Broncos head coach. Tom Brady made him look so good forever on the Patriots. Tom Brady's made Bill Belichick look good. He hasn't been good since the Patriots haven't been good since Tom's left.
No.
Like, is Bill Belichick nothing without Tom?
Yes.
I mean, hey, it's just kind of what it seems like. Tom Brady turned dust into diamonds. You look at those rosters, except
Yeah.
the defense part. The Tom Brady's defenses were great.
I just think the culture was a little bit more tuned in because I saw an interview with Tom Brady. And he said the main difference was I wanted to kill my competitors. Like now everyone's a little bit it's my buddy after the game, you know. And he was like that too, but on the field he was like I'm gonna fucking step on your throat and you're gonna die.
Yeah, it might be too much buddy buddy. I know a lot of the old heads say that too these days is that they weren't training with people like other teams and stuff like that during the off season. These guys,
No,
my friends, like
but I also have like the theory that iron sharpens iron. So if you're training with the best, you're practicing with the best, you're eventually gonna get better.
oh yeah, that's not just any theory. That is true. If you play up to standards when you're
That's
around.
why I like brothers, Stephon Diggs, Trevon Diggs. I think that's fucking a wonderful training recipe.
Yeah, exactly. They're just gonna battle each other all off season,
Yeah.
back and forth, back and forth. Um, but yeah, Monday night. Got to get to these 2 games. I totally forgot. Was gonna end on the Steelers, but the reason we stayed here for Monday night, Eagles take on the Bucks. That was it was a
Fucking
regular Eagles game to me. I
it was a
knew the Eagles were
shit
gonna cover
bag.
that. Um, the Eagles are a good team, man. They played down, I think, to the Patriots.
I think the Eagles needed to warm up a little bit with their coordinator because people overlook that. The players are really still the same, but the schemes and stuff, their new coordinator kind of has to figure that out.
They have both new coordinators. Offense and defense were gone. So
Yeah,
that is huge. That is huge because this team has to learn new because,
and
the head coach can't control everything. You bring in new guys and new things change, wordings change, the verbiage of things. It is a huge change. That's why they talk about it a lot with I'm just dying here tonight. They talk about it a lot. Like Justin Herbert has had a different offensive coordinator every year in college, every year in the pros. Still good. Maybe if a guy sticks around for a little bit, help him out a little bit.
yeah,
Um, but that makes all the difference in the world too. Your comfort with your coordinators and your coaches and everything. I mean, it's still early in this season. Those guys are still pretty new in their clubhouse. You don't got those inside jokes aren't cracking yet.
yeah,
All that stuff is going to start coming and showing its true life, but you got to work out the kinks, and I think they've been doing that, and I think they're gonna end up being a really good team. I mean, they got the Commanders, Rams, Jets, and then the Dolphins is gonna be their next true matchup. Couple weeks,
yeah. And it's scary that this team isn't really clicking yet, and they're 3-0.
it is definitely scary. One of the things, because I don't really care about touching on the Bengals Rams game, because that was kind of a dud fest.
The Bozo Fest.
Yeah, bozo of the week, game of the week. The tush play. Everyone is talking about it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The Eagles, it's unstoppable. Literally, you cannot stop it with the Eagles. If when the Eagles run it, I don't think you can stop it. Even
And
if Aaron Donald is standing right in fucking front of you, I don't think he can stop that fucking play.
it's showing what is it, like a 99% confirmed rate right now?
It has to be.
It's been going off. Like that's what they've been talking about. Is the NFL gonna say they can't do that?
I don't know. I think I saw a tweet, and I think really the only way is if they ran it every single fucking play on one drive and did that all the way till you got a fucking touchdown.
That would be funny if they're up by like 30 and they're just gonna do that play every time.
But I also want to see it one time, just once Jalen Hurts sneaks out of there and runs like a fat tutty. I
Look,
know that
it's gonna happen.
I know it's not it doesn't seem like in theory that can happen, but one time I just want to see that happen.
Oh, it's gonna happen here sooner or later. And I don't think the NFL is gonna ban it. I think it's a good play. I
It's a
think
good
they
play.
need to try to put it into their repertoire, but you gotta have the guys. That line is dangerous. It's a weapon over there. Jason Kelsey is a fucking machine at center. What center do you see go snap the ball on all fours?
Yeah,
He did
nobody.
all fours for that play.
Yeah, and Jalen Hurts, let's not sleep on him. He can squat 600 pounds.
Yeah,
An
that
absolute
was huge.
menace.
Those were huge videos coming out during his draft party and everything. He can squat a ton, so he's just pushing those legs behind guys who are pushing him, behind another guy who's pushing them, in
Yeah,
front of a wall of 7 guys who are pushing other guys.
yeah,
So it's a great play because right now it's legit unstoppable, and that's what makes plays great. It's like the Chiefs offense. Travis Kelsey, they talked about it after the game. Patrick Mahomes said Travis was supposed to hit a corner. He saw the safety bite on the corner. He did a quick in route.
yeah. That
He's
their
all guy
chemistry is
does what he
unreal.
wants.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal. You rarely see. I mean, it does happen with the Chiefs wise, like Patrick Mahomes still throwing an interception on. Oh, I went this way on like a just an odd breaking route, but he like has that instinctual just thought in his mind, like, oh, what are they gonna do? Is he gonna go left? He's gonna go right. I'll hold on the ball for that much longer and then make that decision.
That was one of the things that Philip Rivers and Antonio Gates had for so long is that they gave him choice routes and Philip could tell the choice he was going to take. and already be throwing that ball before he's even turned around and stuff like that. It's that connection, those relationships you build. You know, you end up having like the same brain.
Yeah.
This guy's on my fucking left leg. He's outside. I'm gonna hit him with that leg and then cut in. Or
I
they
also
just
think it helps. I think Taylor Swift is giving him a couple tips too.
hey, she might know what he likes.
Maybe 69 yards and a tutty. I hope she does.
Man's bagging fucking Taylor Swift. All right, guys, that's been Average Shakes. Another one will be an average. Me and Shinny here. Miss Roman, we'll see him next. Pick'ems, week 4. Hey, bud, top of the leadership. Keep betting with me. All I'm gonna say is ride with me till I fall off, and then wait a week or two, and then hop back on. All right. Another one will be an average, Shinny.
Go Steelers.
All right.